Hey, what's up, everyone? We are playing some MTGA again today, and this is another deck that I've been piloting. I think the mono black aggro one is better, but I do find this deck pretty fun to play, and it does have some. There's quite some grindy and interesting games with it. The core of this deck is essentially three creatures. You got the Haughty Djinn. Let's see if I can. Well, can I zoom on it from here? Odd. Okay, there we go. So you have the Haughty Djinn, which is a star 4 flying, and basically the more instants and sorceries you have in the graveyard, the better this card gets. It also has the instant and sorcery spells you cast cost one less. The other creature in this deck is 4 Delvers, basically a 1/1, and on your upkeep, if you reveal a instant or sorcery from the top, you basically add a 3/2 flyer. And then Tolarian Terror, which is 6 and a blue to cast, but it costs one less to cast for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. It's a 5/5 with ward 2, so it's pretty sticky. It's hard to get rid of. And a 5/5 body, sometimes you cast this for blue, and sometimes you cast it for 1 blue. So how do we power up these? How do we make use of Haughty Djinn, Tolarian Terror, and Delver? Well, basically we have our 12 creatures, and everything else in the deck is built around supporting them. You have Consider to surveil and draw cards. You have Fading Hope to return your opponent's creatures. In a pinch, this can return your own. This also lets you scry and set up your draws. And then we have a little bit of protection for our creatures. So these creatures are obviously targets for removal. So we have Shore Up, which gives a creature +1/+1 and hexproof. You can also untap it. You also have Slip Out the Back, which puts a 1/1 counter on target creature and it phases out. In addition to that, we have some counterspell package here. We got 3 Spell Pierce, 4 Make Disappear, which makes our opponent pay 2 more for target spell and target non-creature spell. And in some cases, you will cast Make Disappear and you will use the casualty to sacrifice a Delver or something to make the opponent pay 4. Other than that, Thirst for Discovery lets us kind of draw and refill our hand when needed. And we're going to kind of see how this deck plays out. So we're going to play 4 games as usual. And yeah, let's get to it. All right, game 1. We have a cat coming up. Get down, kitty. Waiting for opponent. Hopefully the cues aren't too bad. Say hi. Say hi. Brothers' War is a 40-year conflict set in the continent of Tirasiar. Tirasiar? On the world of Dominaria? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Roughly 4,500 years prior to present day, the birth. Fuck. Urza was obsessed with perfection, emphasizing efficiency, elegance, and power. Addictive. Hopefully he's addicted to losing. Ayo! Draw. Okay, are we getting some weird... That's odd. What the fuck was that? Alright, let's try that again, I guess. Completing quests is the best way to earn gold, mastery pass XP, and mastery orbs. Entering match. That's actually cool. I don't know what card that is in the background, but that's dope. Alright, usually you're gonna want to see like some counter magic, Fading Hope or Delver. We're actually gonna mulligan that. This is a little better. That's a little better. We'll keep this, and we'll bottom one of the Spell Pierces. Turn 1 Delver, one of the best plays this deck can make. Well, one of the best turn 1 plays this deck can make. Another option is to, that sucks. Another option is to drop an island and just hold Consider. I'm gonna get in for 1 here. We're gonna hold Consider and Spell Pierce. We're probably not gonna look to Spell Pierce anything they cast unless it's something like crazy. But you know, so we'll pass. End of turn. We are gonna Consider. We had to Surveil 1, which is look at the top card of our library, and we can choose to put it in our graveyard. I do think we need the. I do want to hold this Impulse, so we'll do that. Okay. Nope. I could have held the. I think I could have left it on top for a Delver flip, but against green, I don't know that I really want to play aggro, but we'll see. I think like putting something in my hand is a little better. Cemetery Prowler. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attack, exile a card from our graveyard. Ooh, that's not going to be great. Yeah, that's going to be an issue, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to just Impulse here. And we'll see. We're going to... Do we go the Delver plan here, or do we just try and outplay them? I think we go Delver here, but we'll see. Yeah, anything that can really, like, exile cards from the graveyard and things like that. Oh, that's horrible. Anything that can exile cards from the graveyard is pretty bad for this deck. We do have 6 in the air next turn if we can flip these. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You play lands from the top. Okay, that's gonna land. Okay. So this is really bad for our Haughty Djinn. But we're not gonna block here. And we're just gonna see if we can flip and get in for 6. Oh, that's horrible for us. Alright. We're just gonna keep playing them out. I mean, we have the mana. We have a Spell Pierce up, so if they try and cast something big, hopefully we can counter it. But not having both these Delvers flip is absolutely horrible. It has us missing, like, on this turn, 6 damage. And yeah, I mean, not having cards in the graveyard basically shuts off Haughty Djinn. So we'll see how that goes. I've never seen this deck. It's interesting. Bite down. We're gonna slip out the back here. And then he gets to exile our card, which isn't great. I'm not going to risk blocking. I don't think we need to yet. If these don't flip this turn, there you go. That's what we want. Alright, we will Consider immediately. Fading Hope. I don't know what happens if I Fading Hope the Prowler. But I don't know what happens with the cards exiled with it. I think they just go to the graveyard. But I think this is a card that we cannot let them. We cannot let them keep. So let's just get in here. So that's gonna be 8 damage. And I think we're just going to Fading Hope the Cemetery Prowler. I just want to see what they're going to do before I do. Four, 7, 8. We got 8 damage on board next turn. And we do get to scry one if we... I think that's a play, is to Fading Hope the Cemetery Prowler, scry one, and see if we can 7... Oh, that's horrible. Destroy target. Look at the top 5. Gain 4. Probably going to gain 4. Let's Fading Hope the Cemetery Prowler. Spell Pierce not going to help us at this point, I don't think. We already have one in hand, too. I'm assuming this is gain 4. Having them gain 4 is not really the greatest. I probably should have... so 5, 7. We'll do that. They go to 1. Unless they have some major pump, which they might. But, I mean, if they're going to cast anything greater than 3 mana, we're just going to Spell Pierce it. And that should be game. I'm not too worried about him coming in for 7. Four, 5, 6 mana. I think no matter what they play, we're probably going to try and Spell Pierce it just to slow them down, and I think we win next turn, but we'll see. Okay. Gain 4, I'm assuming. Kodama does have reach. I still don't think that's enough. We still have for 5 here. If they cast one more, I think they should cast a Cemetery Prowler. It makes the Djinn smaller. Yeah, there you go. And they're going to gain another 4, probably. 9, 7, 9. We have 9 if we can get rid of the Kodama. So best draw here is probably a Fading Hope. If we draw Fading Hope, we win, essentially. Ooh, that's hard. Alright, so we're going to have to keep up a blocker. I think we go in... We need to keep up a blocker. I think we need to keep up all 3 blockers. Even so, they get in... Yeah, that... We survive one more turn with 3 blockers up. So, let's do that. So we're looking to draw into a Fading Hope. Unless, I mean, if he has any sort of fight spell or things like that, this is a done deal. But let's see what happens. That 6 damage on the Delver flip earlier is looking really damn good right now. Would have won us the game. Beast Caller, he's going to gain 4. Yeah, this game's just gone away from us at this point. And not having like a make disappear. Should have probably pulled one of those into hand, but you know. Okay, at this point, I think we're just going to concede there. We have no way to deal with that. And the 17, the life gain and going back up to 17 is just, we're out of gas at that point. Alright, game 2, 0-1 so far. That's an unusual deck. I haven't played against a deck like that, so. You can change the art used to represent. I don't follow the lore very much. I do understand the Brothers' War. I guess it's 2 brothers, 2 feuding brothers that are like, I don't know if one's good and one's evil and all of that stuff. This hand, I don't really like it. We're going to mulligan it. This looks better. We're going to bottom an Impulse. Yeah, we're going to bottom an Impulse. We'll lead on Delver. and then we'll have a Spell Piercer make disappear for turn 2. Looks like we are playing against an aggro deck, so it's going to be interesting. I don't necessarily know if we race them, but we'll see. Okay, interesting. End the festivities. 1 damage to each opponent. Oh, that's gross. Alright. Turn 2, we're gonna Delver out and we're gonna hold up a Spell Pierce. That's annoying. I think we just need to take this. Really scary taking damage against an aggro deck. Let's consider here. We will keep that top. Fuck. That's just gross. I think we're gonna have to block this turn. Okay. Yeah, we're just way too far in. We can't let that stick. Gonna take it. We're playing it really close. There you go. Draw 3. We're gonna do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here for 3. We're gonna let him try and dump his hand for the Swift Spear, and then we're gonna Fading Hope it before damage. Okay, playing with fire. Do I Spell Pierce that? No. I want him to dump another. I want him to pump up. Okay. Okay, I think we have to start doing some damage control here. Yeah, we're gonna keep that up top. This is not a fun matchup, to be honest. Yeah, he just pays 2 for that. I mean, it still does stop him from casting anything else. So we're gonna take 4 here, I think. Or no, we're gonna take 3 here. We're just trying to slow him down. Like, if we can get a 5-5 down or something like that, we should be able to. If we're able to get, like, draw. That's gross. Yeah, this is not. These draws are just not what I want them to be here. Okay, we're gonna counter that lightning strike. I think that's game here. Yeah. Yep, that's game. Just taking way too much damage, way too quick. 0-2 so far. I don't know if I'm tired or if I'm just. I think perhaps I'm playing poorly. Usually I play this deck a little better, but that first matchup I've never seen, and the red matchups are generally pretty tough. You know, sometimes they just have the draws and they just burn you out super quick. I didn't really have time to get established there. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna try keeping this. I've gone down to 6-2 games down. I don't know that they have that's been helping. Concealing curtains, not fun. Looks like we're playing against mono black aggro or something like that. Nothing to do on turn 1. This deck does play a lot of creatures. Spell Pierce, not great here. Make Disappear, we're going to hold that up. So I'm curious here whether I just slip it out the back. It is a defender, and I'm worried about them taking my cards. And I think this works. I'm not sure if it does. Yeah, okay, it does work. Cool. Alright, we got a Terror, another Terror. We're going to play our Delver. And we're going to play... Let's see, if they transform, then we will... Do I Impulse? Yeah, let's Impulse here. Alright. So we're going to grab a Djinn, and we're going to, just for them making us discard, we're going to start going in with a Djinn and a Delver, hopefully. Unless they get rid of the Djinn, which I'm okay with that, honestly. Alright. Cool. Cut down on the Delver, that's cool. Okay, and 4. Alright. I think we Fading Hope this. Let's bottom that, and I'm just gonna drop 2 Terrors on them. We'll see. Okay, we're going to Spell Pierce this, because that way they can't pay the ward cost. Curtains. I think we just tear and swing, and hopefully that's enough for us. Yeah, I think we could go in here. Let's see what they do with the curtains. That's fine. We're going to Fading Hope their curtains. We're going to drop another Terror. Filling up our hand seems good, so we'll keep that on top. Drop another Terror, and we'll see what they do here. I mean, Invoke Despair, Liliana, all scary. Okay, I mean, they're just gonna take this anyways. So we'll do that. I can't flip it this turn. Second one, okay. I'm not really concerned about Concealing Curtains. They're taking a lot of damage on this turn. Okay, we're gonna hold Thirst, and we might do it in response to like an Invoke Despair, Shieldred, 2 mana. Am I worried about a Shieldred right now? Okay, opponent. Opponent concedes. I'll take that. Less thinking for me, man. We are 1 and 2. Okay, let's try Honeymoon Hearse. Tap 2 untap creatures you control. Honeymoon Hearse becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Interesting. All right, game 4. We are 1 and 2. It just really depends on the day. I mean, I don't necessarily think I'm playing all that great today. There have been a few kind of fuck-ups. But hey, that's magic for you. Fugin. Alright. One land, multiple considers. I'm going to keep this. I mean, we have a turn 1 consider. Turn 2 consider. It's a good chance we'll draw a second land. Sweet. I'll just pass turn. We're just faking out that we have mana here, you know. If they think about us playing a spell pierce or something like that, consider here. Fading Hope. I'm worried about Fading Hope in this matchup. Okay, I'm gonna graveyard that. Alright, that's a decent draw. I'm gonna play that out. And we are holding up a... Do I counter this? I'm curious whether I counter this for tempo. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna race this guy. We're gonna just race here. I think I'm just gonna race to get a tear out. I'm curious whether he counters mine now. Normally I wouldn't play this match this way. But yeah, okay. This is kind of a funny... This is funny suboptimal gameplay here. If we tear, it's probably going to get countered. So we're just going to hold up here. I think we're just going to tear, slip out, slip out. Well, we'll see how that goes, though. Okay, end turn here. See what opponent does. Now, the mirror is funny. It's just who's going to counter who, I guess. Alrighty, come on, buddy. There you go. I see your thirst. I will consider. I got another terror. That's good. Do I impulse here? I'm gonna impulse for a spell pierce. We got 1 mana terrors coming up, so. Djinn. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Fading Hope the Djinn. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Now we drop 2 terrors on him. With protection for both, so. No, I was curious. I was wondering whether I slip out the back there. 2 Djinns. That's a little naughty. All right, we got a Delver. Thirst. Do you want to thirst? Hey, let's thirst here. If he wants to spell pierce this, that's fine. All right. No casualty. Okay, so I am gonna pay 2 here. Discard 2. Let's discard an impulse and an impulse and a slip out the back. Deep block here. Interesting. Probably taking 12, maybe 14 on this turn. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna just I'm gonna slip out the back his creatures. I mean, he's obviously gonna Fading Hope or some shit. Yeah. Okay, I'll take that. Let's impulse here. Impulse for make disappear. Make disappear. I think I counter this. Who's he targeting? That one. Slip. Do I just let this resolve? Get in for 5. Slip both of his creatures out. Yeah, that might work. We're gonna let him do this. I think this is the right play. I'm not 100, but... No, that was not the right play. We do need to slip out the back both his creatures. And that's probably going to be hard to do. Yeah, it looks like we misplayed that, to be honest. He's going to try and consider to stop that. In response, I think I just slipped the second one. If he's digging... I mean, I think he's digging for like a spell pierce or some shit like that. So, we'll see. If he hits it, he hits it. There'll be a GG's. Was that a counterspell? Probably. Oh, we did it, boys! Anyways, that's blue tempo, blue aggro. I think it's more tempo. It can grind out some games. I mean, there's some shenanigans like that happen. You know, trying to slip out the back. I think if the funny thing is slipping out the back opponent's creatures, because it's not really expected, but in some cases to clear a blocker or something like that, or to just set up the way I did and hold them up for that. I mean, that was a risky play, but seems like it worked out. So anyways, if y'all like the channel, remember to subscribe. It really helps out. Hit that little subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. Like the video. Leave a comment down below. Have you played this deck? Do you like it? How do you feel about it in the current meta? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll reply to each and every one of you if I'm able. So appreciate that. And as always, get to tinkering.